Hello everyone. Today I Shresh Morik from BTech CTIS going to represent one lab on AWS. So my topic is AWS Lambda, in which I'm going to trigger a S3 bucket and connect a DynamoDB to it. Okay, so let's go. So before starting the lab, always check your billing cost management dashboard. Okay, it's a good habit to check it. Now we will go to the yeah. So first of all, I will explain what my topic is. We will going to create a one lambda function, okay, and we will assign a am role of DynamoDB full access DynamoDB to the lambda function, okay, and then we going to put a function in lambda. We're going to put a one code in a lambda that uh, whatever whatever file will present in a S3 bucket will going to directly save and trigger it. Okay. So then later we're going to create a S3 bucket. After creating a S3 bucket, we will assign a trigger to the lambda and it directly save a data to the DynamoDB. So let's go. Here we go start with our practical. So first go to the IAM role. Now we are at a IAM dashboard. Okay. So first we have to create a role to assign to the DynamoDB. Okay. Here is a create role option. Click on it. Here is a four option we have get like AWS services, another AWS account, and web identification. So we will use a basic one, AWS services. We will click it, and there always two basic functions always mentioned over here. We have to click on the lambda. After clicking on lambda, click next permission. So here we have to search for DynamoDB to assign the role DynamoDB Dynamo. Okay, here we got the first that we have to click on this Amazon DynamoDB full access. Click on the next. Then I will keep left only key and value options. We can assign later also. Then I will also assign a role name to it. So the role name will be the like easy. So I will give it lambda slash DynamoDB. Okay, I create a DynamoDB. And in role descriptions, it's mentioned that allow lambda functions to call AWS services on your behalf. Okay. Now click on the create role. It's now creating a role. It's take a few times. Okay. Here is my role is get created. Lambda DynamoDB has been created. Here is my pointer as mentioning below. Now go to the lambda function. Uh, yeah, here is the lambda. I will click on the lambda. Here is the lambda. Now there is an this is so we have to create a function for it. I will click on create function. Here is a mentioning that auto from sketch, use a blueprint, browse the serverless application. But we will click on the auto from sketch because we going to put our own code in it. So we don't need to select a user blueprint. So I will click on use blueprint. I will assign a function name to it. That my function name should be the lambda1. I will assign a function to it. And then what is the runtime? Okay, runtime is basically the coding language all presented. Here is the showing that netcode.3 go 1 into Java 11. So we will going to use a Python script. So we can choose. There are many. Yeah, here is a Python 3.6 we're going to use. I've selected that. After selecting that, I will go to that, and in this, so we have to click on the change default executions role. As we know, as we created a role, so we will use a existing one. After clicking on use an existing role, here will it assign that which role we have created. Yeah, here's we created a Lambda DynamoDB one using this name. Click on it. It's assigned to it. Now click on the create function. It will take to the page where selected. Okay. So we know that we have attested a DynamoDB role to the Lambda function. Okay. As we seen that we have attested a role to the Lambda function, and we can check here. There is a many options. These are the resources summary which now that is attached to our functions. These are the roles which is attached to our Lambda function. Okay. In this, nothing we have to do anything changes. In monitoring section, we don't do anything changes. It's already prefixed. In configuration part, as we know, Lambda function is there. Uh, Here we see that there is a Lambda. Okay. So we have to put our code in it. So I will copy and paste my code, which already I have made. Now I will copy this all code and put it here because I have already choose that .py means Python script is mentioned there. Now I will save it. Here is the action. You can upload your .zip file also, or if it is there's bigger code, you can save on a Amazon S3 bucket and upload from that there also. So I have put the code here, and then I will go and deploy. Here is my deployment package is successfully saved. So we have put the code here as basically we are going to create a first time. That's why we will keep the table name as a new table here. And I've mentioned here unique because whatever unique ID will be there, it will save over there that item, and bucket name will be the will given in by our whatever we will give it, and objective size event and event time is over there. After event time, now almost we have done with 50% part of it. Now we have to going to create a S3 bucket. So we will go to the services and search for S3 bucket in storage. Here is a mention that S3 bucket. Click on the S3 bucket. It's taken some time due to internet issue. After clicking on the S3 bucket, create a new S3 bucket. Mention your bucket name, whichever you want. I will mention my name, Shreyash, Shreyash.n, and region, keep it region as default only. Then I'm going to choose a bucket setting. Choose a bucket. There is no node to choose because we are going to create a first time. Then just untick this because we need a public access, and keep this as a disable, and service side is also here is everything is fine. Now go and just click on the create bucket. Here is a naming issue. Bucket name must not contain. Okay. So bucket name never should be contained as a uppercase. So I will put a lowercase. Yeah, here is assigned that. Then after creating a bucket, okay, just click on the acknowledge that everything. Create bucket. Here it successfully I have created my bucket. So after creating a S3 bucket, we have to attach to the our Lambda function. We'll go to services, click on the Lambda. Out of clicking on the Lambda, click here, Lambda 1. Now here there is the option add a trigger. As we said that we're going to add our S3 bucket in it. Search for S3 bucket. Here is a S3 bucket. We got it. And here we'll ask for the bucket once again. So we have to add it. Here we add it. So he's asking for event type. Which kind of event? There are multiple events present over there that you have to keep a put function, post function, your copy function. Whatever will be happen, it will ask for over that. So we will keep that all object create events means whatever changes will be happen, it should be mentioned over there. Okay, so we'll click on the all object create and just prefix and suffix keep it as a optional. Go to the next and select I acknowledge that using this. After selecting it, click on the add. After clicking on the add, here we see that S3 bucket is get attached. Now we have to create a Amazon DynamoDB database. So go and search for Amazon DynamoDB. Here is the option for that also. Okay, click on the create table. Now we have to put a table name. As we know, we in code, as we mentioned that there is a table name as a new table. So I'm going to put a same name, new table. In a partition key, we have assigned a unique name as we mentioned below as a unique. So we will keep as a string unique. Okay. After creating and then okay, user default setting, create. There is some error. As we see that our DynamoDB has been get created. So we will check that item. Is there any item present over there? So still we have not added anything item over it. So we are going to check that. Now we have created DynamoDB. Now we will check that our function is running or not. Okay. So we will go to our Lambda function. In Lambda, we will check on Lambda 1. So here we see S3 bucket is attached to it. Now we will going to put a file in S3 bucket to check whether it is working or not. I've just click on the S3 bucket, click on the file name, and here we see in our S3 bucket we need to upload a file. Click on the upload, add a file. We can choose any file from it. So just a minute, I have to check the file. Now here is a file, information details. Click on the open. Here is file that assigned to it. And click on the upload. So file is finally get uploaded. Now we will go to check to the DynamoDB whether our Lambda function trigger that file or is get automated to our DynamoDB. Is this process is working or not? So go to the DynamoDB and in DynamoDB going to where is our table? Click on the table. Here is our table. So going to click on new table and click on the item. Here is that file which is going to here is put. So like as we know we have put the file in our S3 bucket mentioning here bucket name is S3 and Event time, here is showing that event time also, which kind of object it is, object file name and size of object. So here is our function work successfully. So we're going to check it. Click on the unique, that here is showing details. Okay. So basically our function is working right now. So here is our function is working properly. For once again demo for purpose, I'm going to upload once again a new file. I will go to the S3 bucket. I'm going to the S3 bucket, click on the S3 bucket and then click on the upload. Then add a file. After clicking on the add file, I have to search for a new file. So this time I will put dot output dot CSV file, open. So its size is in bytes, that doesn't matter. Then click on the upload. Here is a new file is uploaded on the S3 bucket. Now we will go and check our DynamoDB. Is this file get uh, automatically present in our table or not? Click on the item. Here is the next another file from output.cv name. As you see that our function is working properly, that's how we trigger from Lambda to a S3 bucket to see all automatically every data to our DynamoDB. Whatever we will put in a S3 bucket or anyone changes anything will be recorded in the DynamoDB. Now after creating all the files, now I will show how to delete the all the database and everything. So we will delete a one by one thing. Okay. Now we will go to our Dynamo Lambda function. Here is Lambda. Clicking on the Lambda. Here is good. Click on the Lambda. We have to delete a one by one everything. So click on it. Okay. After clicking on it, just remove it. There is an option over here, but I'm not getting. Click on the action. Delete the function. The function was get permanently delete. I will delete this part also. Now we will go to our S3 bucket to delete that. Don't forget to delete everything or else it will build. It will get a bill to you. So click on the S3 bucket and click on the delete. Type the name as S3 bucket. This type the name of the bucket. I don't know what's the issue. We will go once again and click on the bucket. First we will delete from inside there. Click on the delete. So the size of the object get deleted. To confirm a deletion, type permanently delete in the field. Permanently delete this object. So now our S3 bucket is now empty. Now we're going to delete our S3 bucket also. Here is our bucket name from share.m. I've just click on that. I think delete a bucket S3 to confirm deletion type. For deletion name, type the name of the S3 bucket. Oh, okay, we have to enter the our bucket name to delete it. Delete bucket. Yeah, here is our bucket get deleted. Now we have to remove our Dynamo. We have to delete our Dynamo database also. Okay, click on the Dynamo DB. Click on the table. Here is our new table. Just click on it and delete table. Delete all cloud watches around. Okay, click on the just only delete. Don't need to create any backup for before deleting this because we don't need it and it will cost you if you create a backup. So now type here delete to delete the file, delete the table. So here is our new table. Will table is being started deleted. Yeah, and yeah. Also don't forget to remove the IAM role. Go to the IAM, identify and access management. Click on the roles. So your roles are running here. So click on the DynamoDB and delete. Press on the delete role. It will going to delete. So here we see that our Dynamo role will get deleted. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you like this video. Just click like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.